My name is Vishnu Gopal TV. I'm a legal intern at Lexus and Company. I'm from Cooperative School of Law, Kerala. I'm a third year student pursuing BBA LLB Honors. Today's topic for this video is double jeopardy. The purpose of this video is to analyze about the concept of double jeopardy. So, Article 20 of the Indian Constitution provides certain safeguards, as safeguards to the persons accused of crimes. So the safeguards are mentioned under Article 20 Clause 1, Article 20 Clause 2, and Article 20 Clause 3 of the Indian Constitution. So that means Article 20 Clause 1, it deals with ex post facto law, which says that no person shall be convicted of any offence except for the violation of a law in force at the time of commission of the act charged as an offence. So, and Article 20 Clause 2 deals with double jeopardy, which says no person shall be prosecuted and punished for the same offence more than once. And Article 20 Clause 3 says that the states about the prohibition against self-incrimination, and it says that every accused has a right against compulsive or coercive or forceful confession. So here we will analyze in detail about double jeopardy, which has been mentioned under Article 20 Clause 2 of the Indian Constitution. We will look into its concept, its exceptions of this double jeopardy, and some of the relevant case laws. So Article 20 Clause 2 of the Indian Constitution provides that no person shall be prosecuted and punished for the same offence more than once. So, what it clearly means is that when you commit an offense and you are punished by a court, you cannot be again punished for the same offense. So, that means you cannot be prosecuted for the same offense more than once. So, but there is an exception to this rule, and it says that if you are punished for an offense once, and if you are again punished for a different offense, then Article 20 Clause 2 of the Indian Constitution does not apply. So there is a need to analyze some of the important case laws which comes under or which dealt with this concept of this double jeopardy, which has been dealt under Article 20 Clause 2 and in a detailed manner. So in one of the important case, Venkataraman versus Union of India. So here the appellant was dismissed. Appellant was dismissed from the service according to the Public Inquiry Act. So here later on he was prosecuted for having committed the offence under the Indian Penal Code. So the court held that the proceeding against this appellant was only a disciplinary action. So, and it did not amount to prosecution of an offense. So, Article 20 Clause 2 of the Indian Constitution, that is this double jeopardy, it cannot be attracted. It was the court held it like that in this Venkataraman versus the Union of India. So, there is a need to analyze another important case, Maqbool Hussain versus State of Bombay. So here in this case the appellant got some gold into India, and he did not declare that he had brought gold with him to the customs authority in the airport. So they confiscated the gold under the Sea Customs Act. He was later on charged for having committed an offence under the Foreign Exchange Regulation Act, that is FERA. So the appellant contended that the prosecution was in violation of Article 20 Clause 2 of the Indian Constitution. So court held that the customs authority was not a court. Hence the prosecution under the Foreign Exchange Act, that is FERA, is valid. So therefore it is understood that Article 20 Clause 2 is having its own importance, and it is one of the relevant article in our Indian Constitution. So we have analyzed about the concept of this double jeopardy, its exceptions, and some of the related case laws. So that's all about my topic. So you can like, subscribe and comment on my video, and do like and subscribe our YouTube channel Let's Click. Please give me a feedback of this video. So, and if you have any questions related to this video, you may please comment that question in the comment box, and I will be replying as soon as possible. And this video does not solicit any types of promotion or advertisement as per the guidelines of the Bar Council of India, and the sole purpose of this video is for educational purposes only. So by saying these words, I'm concluding. Thank you.